Everybody, this is your boy Kenneth, reporting from the K2 spot, giving you all a brand new video, and today it is on just the season 2, part 2 of the Haves and Have-Nots that just ended not too long ago. And my, I'm glad it returned today on May 27th, or I should say tonight, May 27th. It just premiered back. It was episode 11. Now I know a lot of you guys know what's been going on with season 2. Like the first half, what we saw, dealing with like the Wyatt killing the young girl when he was driving. He was high, and he hit Benny. Benny was in the hospital, and different stuff going on with Candace. Because how the part 1, I say like the spring finale of the Haves and Have-Nots, it ended where Jim and Candace were meeting at the park, and how she was giving them kiss. They were trying to act all lovey-dovey, but he was a plan he had in mind. And then, he had her had her kidnapped and whatever. So I know a lot of you guys have been saying, I know you wonder what's going to happen next, what happened to Benny. But when the season 2 part 2 came on, the last half of season 2, part 2, episode 11 starts off, when you see, Hannah and Catherine Cryer. She's getting Hannah from jail, releasing her. They had their they had their talk, and how Catherine was trying to tell Hannah, what did she do? Why did she do this? And Hannah had to keep it real, saying, I had to do what I had to do for my son. And then how Catherine was trying to play hard to get, saying, oh, tell me you shouldn't have did that. She's trying to make it sound like that Hannah should sacrifice her son, her son Wyatt, to make herself, just because Benny's she had Benny moved from the hospital he was at initially to Mercy Hospital, which she confirmed, on. So, it was just a type of tit for tat thing going on. But, Catherine, she understood, but I could tell she was still hurt. But, Hannah really felt like it's just done with. She's great. She even thanked Catherine, saying thank you for what she's done for her. But you could kind of tell Catherine still loves Hannah as a friend, but it's going to be kind of hard to tell what's going to really go down. And then, Jim comes in there in the county jail, outside, like in the, right outside, right inside the jail. But not like the bars, but like right in the holding area or the waiting area, trying to start mess with Hannah for no reason, because he's trying to say, what did you do? And then trying to threaten her. And Hannah's like, oh, I'm not taking your threats. And, he's trying to, do verbal threats. And Jim, I don't think he really realizes that his actions of trying to get rid of, trying to threaten Hannah is not going to really work out. Now, I don't know, Tyler Perry, I know he's a genius. And Tyler Perry, if you're watching this, great job on this show. One of my favorite shows out there. But it's going to be interesting to see that dynamic go on. And, and then it shows how, you had Landon, the guy that Jeffrey met at the club with Candace. They were talking at the campaign headquarters. And I thought it was, it was cute. And I just like how Landon was trying to tell Jeffrey, you can't do everything because your mom is trying to fit you into something that you're not going to be happy about. But it was just interesting seeing that going on, how, Landon asked him about, is he going to be happy? And how Jeffrey just avoided, trying to be quiet. And then what I found funny is that, at the time, you had Maggie, the campaign manager, trying to get everything together, just found out about Wyatt getting arrested. And you could tell, and everybody knows that, Jeffrey knew what was going to happen. And then, also you go into, Veronica and her husband going, verbally going at it. It was like, wow. Because, Veronica and David, it was just like, Veronica was trying to give her little jabs and trying to get at her husband, but David just checked her. I was like, he checked her and she just got quiet. And he threw a bomb when he was saying that she had an addiction to painkillers, and I was like, oh, that's what it is. But y'all, I was in shock, but I was impressed with David. He was checking her, and then how they go into the phone call with Maggie calling David's phone, because she trying to go, how Veronica's trying to get off the issue and trying to make it sound like Maggie wants her husband, wants David, and I don't think she does, but it was just interesting to see how the whole dynamic was going down. But Tika Sumpter, his Candace, you had me laughing when she was saying, "Let me out, untie me, take this thing off my head." But and this lady that was looked like a straight up dude, I'm not gonna lie to you, named Mama Rose. She was a mess, off the chain. Because she's friends with Jim, and he paid a debt and everything, to help her out and her family. But she was going at it. It was funny how she was just, her and Candace had that dialogue going on. And then she's trying to give her a bus ticket. And, Candace looked at her like, bus ticket? I'm a first class bitch. I don't do the bus. I had to laugh at her when she said, I'm a first class bitch. I don't do the bus. I couldn't do nothing but laugh. I was like, Candace had me laughing. Like, in my mind, really like, Candace, girl, really? You gonna say that? But Candace act like nothing happened. Like, yeah, what? You gonna scare me? What? Because, Mama Rose was doing it good. But, Candace, they had each other checked. They were checking each other. That dialogue was just interesting to see. And then also just to see how, when Landon and Maggie meet, Jim, Catherine, and David from the police headquarters, from the county jail. And they were talking about how, what was going on with Wyatt being in jail. They made it there. And, they were trying to get find out what's going on. But it was interesting to see how, and I like how they got Sherry Headley. A lot of you guys may not remember her, but she played Lisa in the classic Eddie Murphy film Coming to America. She was played Lisa, and I was so happy to see her on there. And she was a bad bitch. The character as the judge, and her character and Jim don't like each other, and I was like, and Catherine had me laughing when she was talking about my kind of woman. I don't like that. Don't like him. It was funny. It was interesting, full of drama, and it was good to see Hannah, seeing Benny at the Mercy Hospital, and how the nurses and how just the people that worked there were being very nice, and the doctor was being very nice, about what's going on with Benny. I thought that was very sweet of what was going on. And then, you go back into when they're showing, Wyatt being in, in the jail, arrested, and how they're trying to get a confession out of him. That was interesting to see, and how the guy did a good job, and how Sherry Headley's character as that judge told the guy, get a confession out of him. And I thought it was smart. He tried to use the drug reference, talking about, do you smoke? I was like, that was gangster. But it's going to be interesting to see how things go on, throughout the whole thing. Because I really think that it's going to be juicy. This is going to be a juicy and sexier part 2 of season 2 going on. So hopefully you guys keep up with the haves and have-nots. And you could keep, if you want to follow, and if you want to just make sure you know that the haves and have-nots come on every Tuesday night now at 9 o'clock on OWN. So this is back on the air for season 2, but this is part 2, the last half. So hopefully you guys enjoy that, and hopefully if you want to follow any keep up the haves and have-nots, they're, like I said, if you want to keep up, the haves and have-nots don't have a Twitter, but if you want to keep up with the OWN, OWN Network, you can follow them on Twitter at OWN Network, which is OWNTV. If you want to keep up with what I do, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at KTooks. The show that you're watching, the KTooks Spot, you can follow it on Twitter, which does have a Twitter page at KTooks Spot. And make sure you please like this video, you thumbs up this video, like this video, share the video, comment. I want to know what you guys thought about the episode 11 of season 2 of the Haves and Have-Nots returning. Did you think it was juicy? Are you waiting to see what else is going to go down? Because there's going to be different things going on, with Benny, and with hopefully Candace, with Candace getting out somehow. I don't know how. And then dealing with Amanda getting that gun from what I've seen from the previews, or they're showing for the next couple episodes. And the whole thing with Jeffrey. It's just going to be interesting to see how all this plays out, especially with Jim thinking that he's going to get away with this and think he's going to be a governor. I don't think it's going to happen, but he may get a little victory, but I don't think it's going to last that long. I think it's going to come crashing back on him. But let me know what you guys think about the season 2, part 2 of season 2 of the Haves and Have-Nots. Let me know what you think. Was it worth the wait with it being back? Be honest. I want to know what you guys think. And hopefully you guys enjoyed what I just explained of episode 11. And this is your boy Kenneth, sign out from the K2 Spot. And hopefully you guys have a blessed one. And I'll see you again soon.